times with multiple Met Office warnings in force, including an amber warning for heavy outbreaks of rain.
Good morning. As you can hear, we had a lot of rain last night, but it's starting to ease off now. We stayed at the car park of Loch and Eilein, which is quite close to Appin. It's a bit more expensive than the other places we've stayed at, but we're surrounded by amazing pine forests, so we think it's worth it. Apparently there's an old ruined castle on the island of the Loch, so we're looking forward to going for a walk and checking that out this morning. But first, it's time for breakfast. Now we're heading for the snow road that goes through the Cairngorms National Park, which is the highest public road in the UK and also one of the most scenic. It's quite foggy though, so I'm not sure we'll see much, but the weather is quite changeable, so we might get lucky. We've arrived at tonight's car park at Lag and Wolf Tracks. I think that's how it's pronounced. I'm cooking up some cheesy chicken burgers for dinner. This is the first proper trip we've taken in our self-converted van. We have an all-electric setup with the power-hungry induction hob, so it's interesting to test out our battery usage when we're off-grid without any solar power. We've been okay so far, but we also have a small backup gas stove to help us manage our power usage. After eating our food, we'll get cosy for an early night as we're both knackered.
Oh, that was good.
outbreaks of rain, snow and also some strong winds at times, with multiple Met Office warnings in force, including an amber warning for heavy outbreaks of rain across Scotland, where there's likely to be some disruption as a result of flooding. Any longer spells of rain generally clearing the evening showers.
Arrived.
We've just got back from a meal at the Old Inn. We're going to have a couple of drinks in the van before heading to the pub to celebrate New Year. Cheers!
Good morning, Happy New Year, hope you had a good one. We're currently in Red Squirrel Campsite, nestled in the Glencoe Mountains. It's quite busy though, so we're going to head off early this morning and then take a slow drive through the scenic route of the Glencoe Mountains. The plan then is to take in the views, stop and have some lunch before we continue driving a bit further south. We haven't actually figured out where we're going to stop over tonight. During this whole trip, we've just basically been making it up as we go along and figuring out as we go. So it's been a real learning experience for both of us. But we do know we want to be a bit further south tomorrow because we are heading to Yorkshire. So we want to break up the drive a little bit more. Let's go.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
As I stepped out of the van to go for a walk, I locked it. While Rach was taking photos, I thought this would be a cool place to get the drone up. On my way back to the van, I unlocked the back only. I got the drone in the air and then had the privilege of filming myself close the sliding door with the key still inside. And thanks to the slam lock, there was no way in. After 2 hours of phone calls and -2 degrees, help was finally on its way. It turns out New Year's Day isn't the best day for a f*** up. After paying the locksmith a small fortune, we were back on the road.